Could you ever scientifically prove that you love your mother? Could you ever prove to other people that you love your woman, your girlfriend, your wife, whatever? I mean, there's people who do all the right things, say all the right things, and on the inside they're just dead. They actually don't care for the person, right? People, you know, never lie to their loved one or whatever, and no, right? You couldn't scientifically prove that. Even if you were to hook up machines or whatever, there's a way to beat them, or there's flaws in them, or stuff like that. Belief in God. To me, it's gnosis. It's not even belief. And it's gnosis not in what gets called Gnostic. It's not gnosis in that sense. It's gnosis in the Orthodox sense. It's, I know. And it's not God. Because every time anybody's tried to describe God, that's not the God that I ascribe to, or that I know, basically. So I'm very happy, and that's why I realize and know, and that's why it must, the Orthodox Church must use apophatic terms. Unknowable, unthinkable, unseeable, unimaginable, inconceivable. This works, and the only thing we can say is that God is love. It's the one positive thing we're sure to say. Now, we will call God by, Iahon, he who is, the existing one. I am that I am. The burning bush, when Moses asked for a name, he says, I am the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. But he says, I am he who is, I am the existing one. All you need to know is I am. I am that I am. I am who I am. He was a God to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Basically, it's the only, again, in the New Testament, the writers use logos, not in the Neoplatonic way. Paul uses common phrases from the Epicureans and stands them on their head. And they'll even talk, after he says something, he says, but not as the pagans know it, or not as the heathens know it. So you already have to be in the loop. You already have to be part of the church to understand what's being taught. Right? That's why, do you have any proof for God? Absolutely. Okay, what is it? Well, anything I say would blasphemy, because the Western proofs fly out the window. I don't like any of those. Those can only be seen after gnosis. Where one who has gnosis, then those are obvious. Then yeah, of course. And they seem reasonable when two people with gnosis are talking to each other. But to cynic atheists, they seem petty. And when people try to push these as, no, this is proof, it's silliness. But there are other things, and I think I can, if the atheist, Philip Gregory, is that his name? Who accepted my challenge but never got back to me. Had an open challenge, but never got back to me. I've got a few ideas where maybe I could show him evidence. I mean, proof is, I mean, there's evidence and proof, right? And so much evidence we just basically say equals proof. But for proof, in a theological sense, nothing can be proven, right? If we're talking strict, or I mean philosophical, in strict philosophical sense, nothing can be proven. It's evidence that each side presents. I believe I can present a fair deal of evidence, of proper evidence, for Iahon, or the existing one, or what sometimes gets translated as heaven or God in the Orthodox scriptures. But it's not going to be teleological or ontological or cosmological. That's possibly cosmological with twists, but the open challenge. And then I think it scared him, because when people make claims of, I've studied all the religions and I know a lot about history, and then they run into somebody like me, not to pat myself on the back or toot my own horn, but many have fled, just like that Mary C. Taylor, who's the atheist scholar, and I tore her apart. She wouldn't even put up the responses. And she's teaching about the history of Christianity, not even reading Origen or Clement of Alexandria. So, third video for, I guess I'll just put this right to that Philip Gregory guy. Challenge accepted. And will debate the existence of not a sky god, not the Protestant god, Iahon, the existing one. He was. Alright. Take it easy. Peace to you.